Here we go!
We're feeling very gay because it's almost time to play. Grab your favorite chair with the Lucky Pierres. Yeah!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lucky Pierres. Tonight we're reviewing a movie from 2000 called Requiem for a Dream. All right. What'd you guys think? Requiem for a Dream.
Love it.
Love it. Yeah.
I love it.
First time I ever watched it, I enjoyed it. I don't think you're supposed to enjoy it, but I enjoy it.
I love it for different reasons, not like
Yeah.
not
Yeah, it's hard,
enjoyable.
it's hard to
subject
say
matter
you
is
love
so
it or that it's a
enjoyable.
good
Yeah.
movie.
The heroin overdose, the heroin.
Well, that's what I have always said when people like bring it up is like every time something positive would have happened in another movie, it just goes like a step in the worst direction. Like every time something uplifting would happen in a normal movie, this takes one step deeper into darkness.
Negativeness. Yeah,
It's tough. It's a tough movie.
it is. It's very dapper or depressing. Not
But
dapper.
very,
depressing and.
Very well acted.
Yeah, the acting is super.
Oh,
And-
it is. Yeah.
Some crazy like transformations go on in multiple characters throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the old woman.
That's the-
Goodness.
well, every scene with her in it is so odd.
It is.
Especially since it almost all has to do with like eating and dieting.
Yeah, she's obsessed with that game show.
Yeah.
Not game show, but like a.
Infomercial.
She just wants to get on TV.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
So she goes on that crazy diet and gets hooked on them pills and
Yeah.
starts losing her
Super
mind.
lonely already, so she's
Yeah.
sad and depressed.
I think she's lonely because of her son, being
that's part of it,
being
but
a
her husband-
prickhead,
her husband
yeah.
died too.
Well, yeah, that too, yeah. And then her son being a heroin addict and drug dealer and loser,
Well, then
kind of.
he's pawning that shit ass TV all the time,
Yeah,
and then it goes to their apartment and they have all that expensive DJ equipment,
yeah.
which you could get way more money for, but they're just pawning this shit ass TV.
To the same guy over and over and get $20 a time.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. And she keeps buying it back. You know, just leave it.
Sarah Goldfarb.
Sarah Goldfarb,
That's
legend.
like the one thing she has. So
That's true. Yeah. But you really feel for that lady, though. That's the only person in the movie you actually like feel for.
I disagree. I feel like
Really?
Jennifer Connelly has a pretty rough go.
Oh, yeah.
Like I felt pretty bad for her.
No, I didn't, because she's like enabling him throughout, and she's a bad influence already. You know, she's bad, just as bad as he is.
Not.
There were moments when
really.
she enabled him.
Well, that's because
I
he
don't
turned
think-
her into a junkie.
Yeah, any of them are bad. Like they're just hooked on drugs.
I wouldn't say bad humans, but like definitely hooked on drugs. But I think it's her own doing. You know what I mean? I don't think she was like
I think we're seeing
product
a
of-
little bit into Ben's psyche right now.
she wasn't like a product of his heroin use and his drug addiction. You know what I mean? She
I-
was bad on her own.
No, I think that you're supposed to pick up that it is partially his fault because she comes from a well-to-do family and is like dating the bad boy.
Yeah, that's true.
And then like
she has
'cause
that therapist.
At first she's like, we don't need it. We can just do it in the morning. And then there's a quick shift. Like from then she turns into like a fiend real
a demon.
quick.
Yeah.
Well, she wanted to get that fashion business going. She had like an idea
Yeah.
to start a shop, and they had it going. And then
then-
it all went downhill pretty quick. So
Yeah. Very true.
I think that's the whole point is they're just trying to drive home like how quick everything deteriorates with drug use.
It's almost worse though in her scenario because she's got everything. You know, she's got like rich parents. She's got the world
but
at her fingertips.
I think
and
that's
yet
kind of the
she-
whole point
Yeah, she like
is that it wrecks everybody.
it wrecked her. Yeah,
So you didn't feel bad for it at all? You just like,
I
"Ah, screw
didn't.
her."
I did not feel bad for her.
Okay.
No.
I mean, honestly, I didn't feel bad per se for any of them.
Because
I've
towards
always-
the end maybe a little bit
I've
when
always
she had to go through all
Had
that
that
business, but
shitty mentality of like, yeah, addiction sucks and it's fucked, but like, it's almost always their own doing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's your own doing.
But yeah, but to say that you felt sorry for her the least seems odd.
I didn't say I feel sorry for her the least. I said
Oh, I thought that's where you were going with that
no,
whole
I,
spiel.
no, I don't feel sorry for her because she was a bad influence. and
Even
she-
if it's your own doing, you still feel sorry for what they go through. I mean,
yeah.
good God. Like,
I know.
the doctor pushed the pills on her like,
Oh, yeah, that's
Jesus, the
fucked.
guy,
Well,
you
that was-
take 'em,
that's-
like,
the
That's what I'm saying.
what I
I
said.
feel bad for the old woman.
the medical
Yeah.
system, the like prison system, mental health care, it's all fucked, and this hits on all of it.
yeah.
And then, yeah, that's
Once
well,
you get into drugs, like once you use them,
That's
like
what I
you're
feel like
hooked.
the whole
and
point
you still
was.
feel bad for them because they can't help it. Like they're hooked. Like they need that fix.
A drug is a
and they'll
drug.
do whatever they need to do to get it.
Oh
so.
yeah, especially her. Yeah, they.
Oh, I'm not
they
saying I
both
don't
drove to
understand.
Florida.
I understand,
Well, that was
but
for like business and
Yeah.
stuff, but she was
It's hard
doing
to-
anything.
sympathize. I feel like for a lot of people.
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
still feel bad for him, but like him shooting up into that arm was gnarly.
Oh yeah, that was the worst. What is
but
that
yeah.
called? Track marks? What is that called?
That's not
Like
a track
like an
mark. That was
abscess,
straight.
Like
Track marks are when they have like little dots from like scabs.
Yeah, I was trying to look up what that's called. That hole he
the
had.
Oh, it was just infected. It was like a disgusting infection. And
That
he
was
just kept,
insane.
He kept
Where he
shooting
putting-
up into it
yeah.
because what he said is like, I'll blow it if I don't shoot into this. Because what happens is, the reason that happens is like your veins shrivel up and like hide. Like, so you can't find a vein.
Yeah, to
So-
shoot into. Yeah.
So he meant like, I'm going to shoot into this because it's easy. I don't want to miss a vein and blow the high.
Yeah, even
so he
though
just
it
kept
was
shooting into it
insanely
anyways.
infected
Yeah, it
and
was so
nasty
gross.
looking,
Like,
yeah.
'cause, yeah, then they talk about how bad it smells. Like, it was just infected.
Ooh, it looked bad. And then in the end, they had to amputate his
Oh, yeah.
arm. It was so bad.
Yeah.
So, but the opening song, the score was pretty good. How about that opening song?
I love the score
Well,
in
the,
this movie.
the score is good, but
Lux Eterna. it's
almost
called.
the whole time, it's almost always that song.
Yeah.
Different parts of that same song.
Yeah, but you know what was also cool is some of the split screen effects they
Well,
were using.
They did a really good job of like blurring reality in with like the hallucinations and the psychotic breaks. Like, they did a good job
That's
of
true,
blending
yeah.
two. And then,
Yep.
then I did write down the super unnecessary like erotic split screen with him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, because they were literally sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
So they could have just both been on the same screen.
Maybe,
But
yeah.
it was just a split
Unless
screen.
it was a really large bed.
It was a split screen for no reason
I
because you
know.
could see his hand in the other screen.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying it wasn't bad.
But the thing
but
is,
it was just super
But the
unnecessary.
thing is, they were showing separate shots.
right.
Then
but
they show separate
but
stuff.
it was. I just felt like
yeah, I love
it was just drawn out and unnecessary.
everything they did with the sound.
But it
and,
was-
like the cameras and just it keeps you unsettled like the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
you just feel like you're in their shoes.
That
like,
is
what
true,
they're going
yeah.
through. I love it. Like, the
Very
whole
well
thing.
done. How about the freaking like super insane close-ups of like the drug use and the drug
Yeah.
prep and all
Her
that?
grinding her teeth, like you can hear it.
Yep,
Just
the-
like,
Yeah,
ah.
yeah. He was like, "Are you
Well, so-
grinding? Are
and
you
then-
using uppers or
This
something?"
came out like when I was in high school, so it was like a mind fuck and a rabbit hole opener during high school. Like seeing this during high school.
Yeah, that's too early to see this. I think. When did you see it, Joe?
Around then, yeah.
Oh, that's too early for this one, man. I'd
Yep.
say watch this one probably probably 20s.
Which is weird because like there's movies that came out back then that like I didn't really see right away. Like even American Psycho came around that same time, and I didn't see American Psycho right when it came out and like wasn't into it like when everybody else was. But I don't know why this one like I saw right when it came out
Yeah.
and it was
American Psycho was
mind
weird
fuck.
because like it has these big name actors in it, but like nobody really went to the theater because me and Russ went and there was like two other people in the theater and they left. They walked out. Like,
They're like, this is too much.
we were dying laughing. Like, this is unbelievable.
well also like something that relates to this movie. The same guy made Mother,
Yeah.
and me and Chris went and saw it, Mother together, and obviously we knew what we were in for. And then when we walked out, there weren't many people there either. There was like a group of 3 or 4 old ladies, like grandmothers,
Oh my
waiting
God.
for us outside the theater because they knew we were in the same theater as
Yeah.
them. And they were like, "Oh, they're like, what did you guys think? Like, is that what you expected?" And we're like, I said, "Yes, that's pretty much exactly what I expected." And she's like, "Why? Why did you expect that?" And I go, "I've seen his other movies." And they're like, "Oh, what did he make?" And I was like, "Requiem for a Dream, Black Swan." And they're like, "Black Swan was beautiful." And I was like, I feel like they did not pay attention to Black Swan.
Yeah.
Because that is also, like, I get that it was a mainstream movie and not as weird or dark as this, but it was all very weird and very dark. She's, like, transforming into
Yeah.
a fucking bird.
I've never
He makes
seen that
wild
one.
movies.
Yeah.
And, like, they were just like, "Oh, that was just, like, a beautiful movie about a ballerina." And I was like, you didn't watch it. Like, I don't...
You didn't watch
But
it.
they just cornered us and were like, "Oh, what did you think? Like, can you believe this happened?" And, yeah.
We saw her in Hunger Games. We thought this was going to be great.
yeah. But they did a good job of capturing how junkies like really get when they don't get their fix. You know what I mean? They just real toxic and nasty and real like what's the word?
Unhinged.
Blaming other people
Yeah.
for their everything.
But then, yeah, well, because it's a very weird thing. Because if you have never known anybody or like interacted with somebody that like is that way, it's easy to like not understand. but like it is very different. It's like a whole thing that if you've never experienced it,
It seems unrealistic
Yeah.
if you don't know someone who's taking drugs, but that is how it
yeah,
would
that's
go. Like,
it's realistic.
is.
if you
yeah.
can't get heroin, you need heroin. Like, you freak out.
And it could kill you if you don't do it. If you're that deep, it
Yeah.
can kill you. Withdrawals can kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, withdrawals are
They have to
punishing.
wean you off it.
But
Right.
almost that's honestly that's almost the only thing that you can do for somebody is like lock them in a room and
You have
you
to, let
have
them
to
kick
deal
it.
with withdrawals.
Yeah, you
Like,
have
it
to
sucks,
do-
but you have to.
Some people die from that. I've heard some people
Yeah.
die.
yeah,
Does it
but
have to be
usually that's because they get too sick and dehydrated and stuff. Because you have to like keep an eye on them because they won't.
With
They puke and
with
have diarrhea,
proper
but
care,
don't-
I think they,
Yeah, but they
they
don't-
might make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on their own. Yeah, but what was we seen two different perspectives of the mother dealing with like a weird upper medicine like prescribed from a doctor, and then heroin, which two different paths of destruction.
Two
I
different
guess.
highs.
Yeah, two different highs and two different just downward spirals. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That was interesting to see.
Shooter McGavin kills it in this.
He's great, man. He's great in everything.
That
He-
weird infomercial just.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is he like Shooter McGavin in this?
Oh, it's
He's
Shooter
Shooter
McGavin
McGavin in
in
life.
in like
Yeah.
half of his movies.
He is Shooter McGavin.
Yeah. Another Keith David was in it. That one dude. You know Keith David. He's
He's
been-
great,
You
but
know
he,
his
he
face.
plays
that-
some terrible characters. Like that's an awful character.
You know the guy. She like bangs to get the drugs.
That's
Yeah,
one
that
of the
guy.
most memorable lines for me, though. I know it's pretty, baby, but I didn't take it out for air.
yeah.
We used to say that way too much in high school.
yeah.
Saying that to your teachers.
Oh, we were saying it a lot.
But
Like turning in an assignment and would say that.
but it doesn't go well for any of the characters really. Jared Leto's character is an amputee at
Which
the end.
I feel like you loved it. You just loved the downfall of Jared Leto.
If it was his real life, I might love it. I'm playing. He's all right. Ellen Burstyn, she's a crazy person. You know, she the old lady. She turns into a freaking crazy person
Yeah,
who's in a friggin' psych ward.
That's there
Yeah.
were so many downward spirals all happening at the same like time frame.
And then Jennifer Connelly's character is she's a dope fiend like / prostitute doing literally anything for the
Right.
drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
She does. I can't even say it here because.
She just hates herself after, and
Oh yeah.
The
Guilt. Yeah.
What about the drug deal gone bad murder scene?
like the
That was
deaf dude in the car.
awesome.
Which was
That was
I feel like
awesome.
was unintentionally comical.
Like the deaf
'Cause, like,
guy.
Yes, but like when Marlon Wayans runs away and like he's like panting and the camera's like off center.
Yeah.
I was just dying because it was Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
So like it was unintentionally.
He's known
funny.
for his comedy. You
and
know.
it was just. But yeah, he's like
The ending though, very shocking and just like in your face and like pretty graphic,
Well, that's
isn't
what I
it?
said.
The ending.
I
I
just-
mean, the last like 20 minutes, I'm going to say like very few movies make me feel a certain way, like unsettling and like just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like make me want to look away, but this one doesn't. So
Yeah.
that's why I love it so much.
I jotted it down.
That freaking montage is powerful though, isn't it? When it's showing
Oh, yeah.
them all doing all this different downward
Like
spirals.
her whole part in the party, I was just like, it's so rough
Yeah.
to watch. Like,
well, that's what I
It
jotted
is,
down.
man.
I said,
God.
at least that phone call wasn't depressing, and that it ends on a high note. Like when he calls her from prison, it's
Yeah.
so like
It is, man.
gut wrenching.
It is. I got emotional there too. It's like
and at least the medical system, the prison system, and the mental health care, it's not fucked up in this country, right? I mean, at least at least we get to take away those high notes.
the mom gets
Because
like,
They like literally
electroshock therapy.
Yeah, they
like,
get her to sign.
oh, I know.
Like, and she can't even sign her name for electroshock therapy.
that was nuts.
She's gone
man.
so far with those diet pills, she can't even like eat
Yeah, she-
like mashed potatoes.
Her brain's just gone.
She just spits it out, and they're like, "Well," they're just like chatting about TV shows while they're electroshock therapying her.
So
like,
crazy. That's so crazy. If that's really how it is, you know what I mean? That's crazy. But I thought that was very sad. That phone call was very sad. But I think an even sadder part was when we seen her and the son like together. You know, like in her fantasy or whatever. She's saying "I love you." And
Oh, yeah.
that was so sad.
I think
man.
it's tough when like the nurse is saying, "Yeah, she'll come see you. Who you want to talk to?" And he says his girlfriend, and she's like, "Yeah, she'll come." He's like, "No, she won't. She won't come." Like Leto, she's like, "No, she'll come."
That's brutal. That's brutal, man.
He starts crying.
Yep. But what else? Oh yeah, that's about all I got on it, guys. I mean, if you guys want to have anything else to add, let's get to ratings. You guys want to get to ratings?
Sure.
All right. What did you guys give it? I'll start. I gave it an 8.
Okay.
What did you guys give it?
I gave it a 10.
A 10 out of
10.
10.
I love it.
Dang.
Like
one of
not
your,
because like
one of your favorite movies?
no, not I wouldn't even say that.
How
like,
how
as far as
effective
like
it is.
my favorite movie, but just the way it's done.
Well, he
it's-
just said not many movies make him
Yeah.
Feel
irked,
strong.
and that did it.
Strongly,
It's
yeah.
so well done at what it's supposed to do, like what it's meant to do, like the camera, the sound, the acting.
The sound work is
It's
superb.
So good that like when you recommend it to someone and you want to hear their reaction after, like
Yeah.
you watch it, you're like, what'd you think of it? Like, and then they come back like, why'd you recommend
Yeah.
that? Like it sucks. Like I hate it.
Yeah, it made me
Like,
feel terrible.
But the last 20 minutes is so good. Like
It is.
I would say like powerful. Like,
Very powerful.
just because like I don't know.
Makes you feel something.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel something,
Right.
And it's not gonna be good. Yeah,
If it's good, probably check into a shrink.
yeah.
If it makes you feel good, yikes.
right.
What'd
But
you give it?
I
Sean?
also given it an 8.
Okay.
But I feel like it also might be one of those cases that because I was watching it to rate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Right.
I feel
Because
you.
sometimes I get a little critical when I'm watching it just for the purpose
Right,
of this
right.
of us.
All right, guys. See it ASAP. See it whenever. Skip it.
That's tough for me too. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't want
I don't
want to watch
recommend
it.
see it ASAP. But
Go see it ASAP. It's so positive.
rent
and
out a
uplifting.
theater. Rent out a theater for yourself and watch it on the big
Yeah,
screen
it's-
ASAP.
Get some tissue, and
It's a tough watch, but definitely see it ASAP because it's so well done.
I would say see it ASAP. Yeah, very. It's actually teaches you kind of in a way too. It's like kind of an important life lesson. I mean,
Oh yeah, they should have
people
showed.
should know.
They should
but-
show this to kids in high school instead of dare
I mean,
videos.
When you
Oh,
read
for
through
sure.
like,
For sure.
when you read through reviews of it, you see people say, "I was addicted to drugs. I quit like the next day because I watched this movie."
No
Like,
way.
Some actually say that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
just because they know like the slope they can get to of like.
It does it in a very real way and very powerful. Yeah.
I never want to go ass to ass. I think was one of the comments. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah. That's great. Yeah, but what would you say, Shaw? See it ASAP?
Yep.
See it ASAP. See it ASAP. So I got a quote. Let's play the quote game. I got a quote for you boys. Here it is. Gentlemen, you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Django.
Ah, nice one.
Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
I like when somebody else answers so fast that I don't even have to think about it.
I know. All right, boys. That's it for this review. That's it for Requiem for a Dream.
Do I got to say the full name Django Unchained, or you're gonna take my point away?
I'm taking that point
Okay.
away.
Yeah, you get half a point.
Check out Requiem for a Dream. We highly recommend it. Joe especially loves seeing people miserable and
Oh,
die.
I really do. No one died though.
I know. That's true. That's
Well,
true.
not nobody died, just none of the main characters.
Yeah, but check it out.
Mentally, they all died.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.